Hi, I'm Star Parker, and for 25 years I've worked in public life. Anyone that knows my story knows that as a young woman I was on welfare. After my Christian conversion, I changed my life. I completed college and I started a business. And then after the 1992 Los Angeles riots, I began to work in public policy. I worked on federal welfare reform from 94 to 96, and then I founded my current organization, CURE, the Center for Urban Renewal and Education, which is a policy think tank that promotes market-based solutions to fight poverty. CURE is based in Washington, D.C., yet I still reside in Southern California. And over the years, I'd been asked to run for public office, but I never agreed because I thought I could be most effective on the outside. But things have changed. The state of affairs in this country today is tenuous. Our nation is deeply divided, and we are at a critical crossroads similar to in the 1850s, where the nation just cannot keep moving against its core principles. So this March, when the Los Angeles County Republican Party asked me about the United States House seat in the 37th California Congressional District, I agreed to run. I concluded, like most Americans, that we need representatives in Washington who will fight consistently to restore traditional values, limited government, free markets, and a strong national defense. Traditional values because choice loses its meaning when it doesn't matter what you choose. Limited government, because the role of the government is to protect private property and personal pursuits, not to exploit them or plunder them. Free markets, because profit is not only moral and good, but without profit there is no capital to invest in future advances, and that's how we create jobs. Strong national defense, because true justice is a rule of law that promotes civility and peace by judging its violators and punishing tyrants. We are at a critical point in this nation to where we must begin to turn things around or we won't survive. Thus, I'm compelled to do something. As an activist, an author, a commentator, an entrepreneur, I refuse to give up on the potential of this great nation. We've all heard the saying that evil prevails when good men do nothing. So I'm running to work on behalf of you and the rest of the American people. I want to go into the Congress because my life story embodies the greatness of America. That anyone from any background or ethnicity, or anyone that just might need a fresh start or a new birth, can live free, they can excel, they can build prosperity. Many of our neighbors have never heard this message of freedom. For too long, some of the people in the 37th District have only heard political promises of entitlement, while their family lives collapse, their neighborhoods crumble, their schools underperform, and their unemployment rates soar. I can firsthand identify with the hopelessness and despair of many in my district of Compton, Carson, Signal Hill, and much of Long Beach, because I once lived on welfare. For more than 7 years, my life wandered in and out of meaninglessness. And after my rebirth and setting some strict lifestyle goals, developing a strong work ethic, and completing college, my impoverished situation began to change. And today, I do run an organization in Washington, D.C., where we explore and promote market-based public policy to empower the lives of the poor. I believe the income redistribution model unacceptable in a country so rich, so free, and so bursting with opportunity. So I want to go inside the political apparatus to help shape public policies that will unleash the potential of the folks in the 37th District and anyone else in the nation that's tired of being poor, or in the words of Our Lady Liberty, that are yearning to breathe free. There are 4 reasons that I'm challenging Laura Richardson for the Congress. Because we need to do something about the political insanity that has gripped the black community for 40 years and is now spreading into other minority groups. Since the Civil Rights Act was passed, the war on poverty declared, and trillions spent, the black poverty rate has not changed. Yet, for 10 years, after 10 years in office, Laura Richardson she's contributed nothing new. No new ideas, no new strategies, no discussions. The people of the 37th Congressional District need a steadfast leader, willing to be honest with them about what it takes to build prosperity and a prosperous environment for themselves and for their children. We need someone willing to help our poor understand that the answer to poverty is faith, freedom, and personal responsibility, not the dated and failed welfare programs Laura Richardson supports. I will fight for charity tax credits, so help will be local and personal. Number 2, we need a leader willing to challenge every obstacle standing in the way of getting schools that work, not a politician who always seems to put unions before parents. I will fight for school choice so that every child can get the best education available. 3, we need a leader that understands economics and that can use this understanding to help shape public policy that will attract business investors and entrepreneurs, not the job-killing policy Laura Richardson touts for various special interest groups. I have the heart and passion of small business. I not only have a college degree in marketing with a minor in international business, I've been an entrepreneur for 25 years. I still make a payroll. Ultimately, this community just needs someone who really cares about them. I've dedicated my life to finding ways to fight poverty so that our vulnerable can live free. Laura Richardson is a liberal political insider who, if reelected, will continue to sell the same left-wing agenda of big government and moral relativism that has already destroyed every inner city and rural community in this country. If she's reelected, the 37th Congressional District will see more unemployment, more poverty, more broken schools, more crime, and more random acts of violence. Families will continue to flee, business will continue to close, neighborhoods will continue to unravel, and government dependency will continue to skyrocket. Low-income Americans need a conservative message and conservative leadership. When Bill Cosby spoke the truth about the reality in Black America, blacks knew what he was saying was right. They wanted to hear more and they wanted to know what to do. And then the black political establishment shut him up. It's the poor that are disproportionately hurt when excessive government limits new products in healthcare and financial services. It's the poor who would benefit disproportionately if they didn't have to pay a FICA tax and they could put those funds into a personal retirement account that they own. For 25 years, I've worked in hard-hit communities all across this country. I know this disease and I know where it leads. And our whole nation is now catching it, and we've got to stop the hemorrhaging now. We see more and more today the pathologies that have already torn apart communities, these poor communities, and now they're taking hold in mainstream America. Today, the percentage of babies born to unwed white women is higher than the percentage of babies born to unwed black women 40 years ago. And the social engineering of the 60s collapsed the black family, which collapsed its community and created this tragedy of the commons. Our great work is to get freedom into our at-risk communities so that they can build prosperity together. Our nation needs to liberate its poor. Our greater work is to get some truths into our national discourse so that we can build our future together. One thing we do know about humankind, and that's that most, regardless of their station in life, they want a peaceful existence and they want better for their children. If you will help me get into the Congress, I promise that I will work tirelessly to restore a great, prosperous, and free America that is one nation under God, that protects liberty and provides justice for all. If you will vote for me on November 2nd, I promise that I will work very closely with you so that we can build our community together. Thank you.